Did you know your HbA1c can look perfect while your body is silently getting damaged by glycation every single day? Keto and carnivore dieters are especially at risk, and the fructosamine test might be the only way to catch it. Let me show you the hidden numbers your doctor probably isn't looking at. Hi, this is Mark Bates. I'm your metabolic health coach. And in today's topic is the benefits of fructosamine test for low-carb dieters, those on keto or carnivore. Let's get into it. So, why low-carb dieters should consider the fructosamine test? It's a short-term glycation monitoring. Fructosamine measures glycated serum proteins, primarily glycated albumin, reflecting glycation over the past 2 to 3 weeks. This is much shorter than the HbA1c, which averages glycation over 3 months. This shorter window allows low-carb dieters to get real-time feedback on how recent dietary changes have, such as reducing carbohydrates or adding fruit, affect your glycation levels. This can also be a more accurate reflection of your current metabolic state. Unlike HbA1c, fructosamine is independent of red blood cell lifespan, which can be altered in keto or carnivore diets, often leading to longer RBC lifespans and artificially elevated HbA1c. So, therefore, fructosamine provides a more direct and immediate measure of protein glycation and metabolic health in these populations. Detecting the glycation paradox. Some low-carb or carnivore dieters may have normal or low blood glucose readings and normal HbA1c, but still experience elevated glycation. This can happen if glucose is rapidly cleared from circulation but still glycates proteins, a phenomenon fructosamine can detect immediately, revealing hidden metabolic stress not seen in standard glucose or HbA1c tests. It's useful for those adding fruit to your carnivore or primal diet. Fruit contains fructose, which is significantly more glycating than glucose, 7 to 10 times more reactive. HbA1c only measures glucose-related glycation and does not detect fructose. So you can eat a bunch of fruit, right, and no other carbs, and your HbA1c may still be good, but you could still be getting a lot of glycation. Got to watch that. Fructosamine, while primarily measuring glucose glycation, can help monitor overall glycation changes when fruit is introduced, highlighting potential risks of fructose glycation that HbA1c often misses. So there's some health considerations not detectable by standard HbA1c tests. So fructose-induced glycation, we've been talking about that. HbA1c tests do not detect glycation caused by fructose, which is more damaging and not reflected in blood glucose or HbA1c levels. Also, fructose can damage your liver significantly more than a glucose can. So once again, you may be eating fruit thinking that you're good because your HbA1cs are good and your blood sugar is low, but it may still be causing damage. Too much fruit is not a good thing. I would say very little fruit is probably a good thing, but that's my opinion. This means individuals consuming high amounts of fruit or fructose-containing foods might have hidden glycation damage undetected by HbA1c. Okay? Now, in most cases, a little bit of fruit, especially if you're healthy, is not a big deal. But I've seen people pound through, a bunch of apples or grapes or berries thinking, it's very low on the glucose meter. Yeah, but it's very high on the fructose meter, which you don't have. Okay, altered red blood cell lifespan effects. Keto and carnivore diets can extend red blood cell lifespan. You actually, as you're getting healthier, your red blood cells live longer, which is good for your body, but it's bad for the HbA1c test because now your red blood cells are glycating longer and they appear to be more, your HbA1c levels go up. This can mislead practitioners and patients about actual glycation status. Fructosamine bypasses this issue by measuring serum proteins, not red blood cells, or RBCs. Early and reversible glycation detection. Fructosamine captures glycation at an intermediate, partially reversible stage, ketoamine formation, before irreversible advanced glycation products, AGEs, form. This allows earlier intervention to prevent permanent protein damage. HbA1c reflects longer-term glycation and may miss these early changes. Now, if you're getting AGEs, right, which happens especially for those who eat carbohydrates long-term, you can correct them. It just takes longer for your body to break them down and get rid of them. So just remember, if your goal here is to heal your body, get off all the carbs first, but then start thinking about what else are you doing that might cause glycation. And eating some fruit may be causing you problems, and you want to test it. And the HbA1c is not going to test for fruit or fructose causing glycation. Impairment of albumin function. Since fructosamine mainly measures glycated albumin, it reflects how glycation impairs albumin's role as a transport protein for fatty acids, hormones, and vitamins. This functional impairment is not assessed by HbA1c, but is critical for overall metabolic health. So once again, the main test, the easy one to understand, HbA1c, doesn't measure the correct things. You really want to measure how your body is repairing itself, and the fructosamine test can help you with that. So in summary, what to look for in health monitoring. Fructosamine levels to assess short-term glycation changes, especially after dietary shifts. Now remember, since this is a shorter-term test, you may have to take the test more frequently initially to set a good baseline and determine the direction you're heading, okay? It provides a potential hidden glycation from fructose intake, which HbA1c does not detect. It shows discrepancy between blood glucose, HbA1c, and fructosamine, which can indicate altered RBC lifespan or hidden glycation. Right? So it's good to have all three. You want your immediate blood glucose, which is a point in time, HbA1c, which is 90 to 120 days, right? And fructosamine, which is a couple weeks. And you want to get those various views on what's happening on your body in terms of glycation. Fructosamine also shows signs of impaired albumin function due to glycation, which may affect nutrient and hormone transplants. You may be eating the best stuff in the world, but if your albumin is damaged because of glycation, because you're eating, let's say, too much fruit, it's not going to help you. And early detection of glycation before irreversible damage in terms of AGEs occurs. And irreversible, it ultimately is reversible. It takes longer and it's harder, right? You got to work at it. So this allows timely lifestyle or dietary adjustments. So keep that in mind. So this approach helps low-carb, keto, and carnivore dieters, especially those incorporating fruit, to better understand and manage their metabolic health beyond what standard HbA1c testing can reveal. All right, if you went through this, thank you very much. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. It helps us a great deal. Also, check out the description. In that, you'll find a link to my health coaching platform, and it's $10 a month, which is hopefully not too much for you. And the idea here is you get access to all the videos with transcripts, so you can dig into them deeper. Also, there are a lot more videos and courses that are not available to you on YouTube that you can review and you can get into. We'll also be hosting Q&A sessions where you can talk live and ask your questions, and we'll give you the best answers, or we'll follow up and get you those answers. But more importantly, it's a community. There's a forum where you can ask questions, you can answer people, you can give your opinions. We want to hear from everybody about what's going on. So think about joining the coaching platform, get access to the community, start learning some more stuff. We're here to help. Let us know how we can help you. Have a great day. Thank you very much.